Gyökeres finally breaks silence, reveals why he stood firm against Sporting president to force Arsenal move. Viktor Gyökeres has officially explained the reason behind his tense standoff with Sporting CP's president during the final weeks of his blockbuster €85 million move to Arsenal. After weeks of cryptic messages, agent meetings, and behind-the-scenes drama, the Swedish striker has opened up about the personal and professional turmoil that led to his firm stance. In a brutally honest moment during his first Arsenal media duties, Gyökeres didn't hold back, saying it wasn't about disrespecting Sporting. It was about respecting my future. For fans and insiders alike, the silence around Gyökeres' behind-the-scenes friction had been deafening. Sporting CP's president, Frederico Varandas, reportedly refused to sanction the move to Arsenal without triggering the full release clause, while also attempting to convince the striker to wait until 2026. But for Gyökeres, the timing was now or never. When you feel something is right in your heart, you fight for it, he said. I knew Arsenal was that step. I couldn't let politics stop that. According to sources close to the deal, the Swedish international became visibly frustrated in the final stretch of negotiations, skipping certain internal events, refusing to be paraded in pre-season kits, and even delaying contract extension discussions despite pressure from the club. They wanted me to stay and sign fresh terms, but I knew that would only complicate things more, Gyökeres revealed. I've given Sporting everything. This was about my next dream. What stands out most from his comments is the emotional weight behind his decision. Gyökeres admitted he was torn. He didn't want to burn bridges in Lisbon, where fans adored him, but he also felt that delaying his move to Arsenal could derail his momentum. I had the best season of my life, he said. I couldn't waste time. Arsenal came with a project that aligned perfectly with my ambitions. I had to stand firm, no matter how tough it got. And tough it certainly got. Varandas is said to have been furious with how quickly Gyökeres' camp moved once Arsenal formally approached, and insiders claim the Sporting president even considered benching the striker during pre-season training. It reached a point where I wasn't sure I'd be allowed back into the dressing room, Gyökeres joked. But deep down, I believe the president understood my desire. He just didn't want to lose me. The drama culminated in a tense phone call between Varandas and Arsenal's new sporting director Andrea Berta, where Gyökeres reportedly told both clubs, "Make this happen, or I'll sit out until the window closes." That firm stance ultimately forced Sporting's hand. Arsenal agreed to pay the full release clause, and in return, Gyökeres agreed to waive certain performance bonuses he was owed just to ensure the deal got over the line. Arteta, who had spoken with Gyökeres privately via Zoom multiple times during the standoff, praised the striker's character. "You learn a lot about a man in moments of pressure," the manager said. Viktor never disrespected anyone. He just knew what he wanted, and that was to be here, with us. Arsenal's hierarchy was said to be impressed by the striker's discipline and maturity throughout the ordeal. Interestingly, Gyökeres also revealed that he leaned heavily on emotional support from his family and teammates during the saga. "I had calls with some Arsenal players already here, and they kept telling me, 'Push, we're waiting for you.' That gave me strength," he said. It's understood that Martin Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus both reached out to him during the tense standoff, offering encouragement and insight about the club's culture. The 26-year-old also spoke about the pressure from the Sporting fan base, some of whom accused him of betrayal. "I understand their frustration," Gyökeres said. "I never stopped loving them. But sometimes, love means making hard choices. I hope they'll understand in time." The striker promised to return to Lisbon one day as a fan, not a rival. They were part of my journey, and I'll never forget that. Now that the dust has settled, Gyökeres is fully focused on his new chapter at the Emirates. He insists he holds no grudges towards Sporting CP or Verandas, but admits he wouldn't change how he handled the situation. I learned a lot about loyalty, courage, and patience. But above all, I learned that when your dream calls, answer it loudly. With pre-season in full swing and Gyökeres expected to start Arsenal's next friendly, the narrative has now shifted from conflict to celebration. Arsenal have their man. The fans are buzzing. And Gyökeres is ready to silence all doubters, not with words, but with goals. Now it's time to repay the faith on the pitch, he smiled. This club believed in me and I'll fight for them, just like I fought to get here. And just like that, Arsenal's new number 9 has not only arrived, he's already shown the grit, fire, and passion North London thrives on.